Hey everyone, welcome back to ET Live. We are breaking down the 2021 Grammy nominations with Gia Peppers, Kevin Kenny, and Brooke Reese. And I got to tell you guys, I don't think anyone is more excited about learning that they earned a Grammy nomination today than BTS. Take a look at this video that they shared, watching the nominations live as they were happening. By the way, Megan Thee Stallion was the one that announced it, but they got their first proper Grammy nomination for Dynamite. I say proper because they were previously nominated for Best Recording Package at the 2020 Grammy Awards. Of course, they performed last year as well. This is for Dynamite, their first fully recorded English single. And Kevin, I know you and I have had a chance to interview these guys. It is not lost on them the caliber and the importance of winning a Grammy. I really hope they take it. What do you think about this?
I think it's so fantastic. I know Brooke may have spoken to him too in the past, but we've all sort of been around this rise over the past, let's say 3 years. I remember first meeting them at the AMAs in 2017, and everyone was like, the jury was sort of out on BTS in the sense that no one really knew what the phenomenon was about. We'd heard all about the numbers online, and then to see the kids show up at the Microsoft Theater that year was like really a big light bulb moment. And then I was just talking to them on Monday, and was talking about how cool it is to see them and chat with them every few months, because there's always something new and exciting. And I think that's what I think is so remarkable about BTS, is how focused they are, and they never lose sight of the goal. Their message is always the same. It's consistent. It's positivity, and it's onwards and upwards constantly. So I'm very hopeful, and I think it's a well-deserved honor.
Brooke, it's a tough category though. What do you think their chances are?
I honestly think they're going to take it. And I think that this would be a
Yes.
really great look for the Grammys. I mean, we talked about this last year where there wasn't really any K pop representation, even though K pop is one of the leading, pop music right now around the globe. You're talking about artists who are coming, from Korea and spreading their music to multiple countries, like worldwide group. And so to be
Mhm.
represented at the Grammys and to earn that official nomination and to also see them grow and how hard they've worked over the last 3 years to finally get that, I think it is not only so well deserved, but I really do think that they're going to take it. Because when you're talking about a performance as well, being nominated for a performance, is there
Yeah.
anything that BTS does better than performing? Like, they
Oh my
are
gosh.
performers. So if they don't get this, I think that the Grammys is going to get it wrong. I love BTS. I
Listen,
think they're absolutely
s-
incredible.
same. Their AMA's performance just a couple of nights ago felt like a Super Bowl halftime show, so I agree with you there. I want to bring up
Yes.
Justin Bieber though, because he had a very different reaction to his Grammy nominations this morning. He was nominated in the pop categories, and he actually took to Instagram with his reaction, saying that while he was flattered to be acknowledged by the Recording Academy, he said that his intentions with the Changes album was to make an R&B album, and so he said that it felt strange to him that he wasn't recognized in the R&B categories, and instead the pop. This is Gia. I feel like this is not the first time we've heard artists speak out on how they felt like they were nominated in the wrong genre. What did you make of Justin's reaction here?
It's so interesting to see Justin actually take this stance because he has been a darling of the Grammys, of major recording industry moments for such a long time. And it's dope for him to take that stance because most of the time people just take their award nominations and go unless you're in a more underserved community. We've seen this a lot of times with artists of color. Tyler the Creator literally made a pop album and was
Hmm.
still put in of the rap category. And so I don't know if the Grammys realizes just how intentional artists are about the type of music they make. When they go in the studio, they work with certain producers to get a certain sound, and to still put them in categories that literally were not intended for them is a little
Hmm.
disrespectful. It's a slap in the face, I feel. And so I totally agree with Justin. Like, thanks for the nomination, but I was trying to make R&B.
Right. He said he was not trying to come off ungrateful because he was, and I'm sure maybe we'll see him come Grammy Sunday. But he's like, I have something to say. I have to make a point. But it does call into question, just the conversation around representation and diversity. And I know that the Grammys made several changes this year to kind of address that criticism, years of criticism over a lack of diversity. They increased voter membership by 2,300. They changed some categories to make it a little more inclusive. When you guys look at these lists of nominees, does it feel reflective of these changes? Do you feel like it's a little more diverse, a little more inclusive?
I feel like this year, yes. I mean, are we there yet? No, but I feel like we're moving towards that direction, and they are really taking into consideration, you know, what people are actually listening to in their homes, you know, while they're on their way to work, while they're working out, like the music that people are actually consuming in their lives, and, you know, representation from all different artists. I think that we're getting there, and this is better, but we're not all the way there yet, but it's a great start.
On
Yeah,
that
I would
note,
have to.
go
Oh,
ahead,
I
Gia.
just wanted to add quickly. I would have to say, you know, I don't all the way agree with the notion that they're doing what people are listening to, only because again, the streams are reflecting varying things, and then we see certain artists put in categories, and it doesn't make sense. There's a new alternative R&B category that came out, so it was very interesting to see. I just am wondering when they'll actually start bringing in more diversity that can speak to what's actually happening today. Because again, we saw a lot of older people get recognized, a lot of mainstays, Taylor Swift's, Beyonce's, but there are a lot of new artists that are streaming over 1 billion records, like the Roddy Riches, like Lil Babies, that aren't getting that same push. So I would like to challenge the Grammys to make sure that they have started these new organizations and new pathways for diversity to be there. But I want to make sure that we see it come to life too.
Amen. And right now we only have a couple of minutes, but I want to put you guys on the spot. Who would you pick? What are your predictions for record of the year? Let's start with Brooke. Who do you think is going to take home record of the year this year?
I'm gonna go with DaBaby and Roddy Ricch, Rockstar, because
Okay.
they just had a massive moment, and it was so huge. And you know, on my show, we play the biggest songs in over 160 countries, and when we do talk about streaming, that song just was so massive and did not leave the chart that I think they're gonna take it.
Kevin?
I'm gonna go with Meg and Beyonce. Record of the year, of course, you know, celebrates the vocal performance, the actual sonic production of the album, and I think, or the record, I should say, and I think that's one where, you know, both of their personalities, both of what makes them great artists, are on full display, and I think that that's sort of introduced Meg's like patented flair and bravado really beautifully. So I'm gonna go with Savage the remix.
Love that. Gia?
This is very hard, but I am going to go with DaBaby and Roddy Ricch. That song literally never left the charts, and it never left my heart. And I would like to see both of them walk away with that award. But Beyonce and Megan,
I was going to say,
if they win it, I'm happy to.
my vote
I'd
is
be
also
okay,
Savage
too.
Remix. My vote is Savage Remix. We are split, and we're also out of time. My thanks to Gia Peppers, Kevin Kenny, and Brooke Reese. Head over to etonline.com for all things Grammy nominations. Bye, everyone. Thank you.